Welcome back to Big Bucks Coins information channel, where ordinary coin, Australia 10 and 20 cent, a common coin, is more valuable than a lifetime of hard work. It's enough to change your destiny in a single heartbeat. This is not a fairy tale, this is not a myth. Something surprising is happening in the world of rare coins right now. Auction. Each of these coins has a history, like pure gold, mystery, and a story so powerful it will shake you to your core. That's how you'll never see pocket change. Honest and interesting channel. Big Bucks Coins for collectors across the Australian extraordinary treasure. If you're new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and today you're going to discover that could shock you right out of your seat. Some of those coins, if sitting unnoticed in your collection or pocket change, could be worthy. Australia 10 and 20 cent history. Right into the palm of your hand, and trust me, every single coin selling from few will news. Look at your change the same very again. Let's unlock the treasure vault starting with coin. They can change a person's life in a single heartbeat. These are not just coins. They are treasures of history and keys to unimaginable wealth. Stay with me until the end because one of them is sitting. Because today, one of these pennies is sitting in private hands with a price tag that makes it feel less like an equine and more like a golden ticket to another world. This is not fantasy. This is not speculation. You may find it correct that a lifetime of treasure is sitting in your pocket coin number 1. Today, we begin our top 20 ultra-rare Australian 10 and 20 cent coins series, and trust me, every single coin on this list could be worth a fortune. Some of them are fetching unbelievable prices, from thousands to even tens of thousands of dollars. So buckle up, grab your coins, and stay tuned to the end because even one of these rare beauties could make you the next lucky collector with a life-changing find. Let's start with our first incredible coin one that's turning heads and shaking up the market in 2025. Our first rare gem on the list is none other than the 1,975 Australia 10 cent one-side black duat coin, a stunning and mysterious minting marvel that's now valued at a jaw-dropping $98,000 in today's collector's market. The story of this rare coin takes us back to 1975 amperes time, when Australia's coinage was fully transitioning into the modern decimal era. The 10-cent coin, first introduced in 1966, had already become a staple in daily use. But during the 1975 minting run, something extraordinary happened. A small number of coins came out with a strange and distinctive minting anomaly, one side displaying a deep black tone, often called a black duat effect, while the other side appeared normally struck. This was not a result of wear or damage. It was a genuine minting phenomenon, possibly caused by a rare die or striking error involving incomplete metal treatment or heat exposure during production. Only a handful of these coins ever left the mint, and those that survived have become legends among collectors. 1975 one-side black duot is now one of the rarest and most sought-after coins from the decade, representing a mysterious chapter in Australian minting history. What makes this coin so special isn't just its age, it's the appearance. The coin displays a dramatic contrast. One side appears darkened, with a matte or blackened finish, while the reverse remains bright and detailed. Dual tone effect gives it the nickname Black Duat, and it's unlike anything else you'll find in Australian decimal coinage. Collectors love this coin because each specimen looks slightly different. The level of black toning and texture varies from coin to coin, giving each piece its own personality and story. Because of its extreme scarcity, finding even one in fine or extremely fine condition is almost impossible. Regular 1975 10-cent coins are common. This particular variation is in a completely different category. It's the holy grail for 10-cent collectors, a coin that even veteran dealers dream about adding to their collections. Demand for the 1975 one-side black duat coin has exploded in recent years. Serious numismatists from around the world, especially from Australia, the UK, and North America, are actively hunting for it. Auction platforms have reported record-breaking bids, and private collectors are offering astonishing prices just to secure one. So few are known to exist, every time one appears on the market, it causes a buzz in the numismatic community. Collectors are fascinated not only by its beauty and rarity, but also by the mystery surrounding its origin. Two coins are perfectly identical, and that adds to its charm and exclusivity. Not just a coin, it's a piece of minting history, a conversation starter, and a tangible investment that continues to grow in value year after year. Now, let's talk about what everyone wants to know: how much is it worth? The current market valuation for a genuine fine condition, $1,975. Australia 10 cent. One side black duot coin sits around $98,000 USD. A verified figure based on recent collector interest and private sales. Cleaner surfaces, deeper toning, and clear definition can sell for even more, sometimes over $100,000 when authenticated by top grading agencies like a 10-cent coin that once bought a few lollies in the 70s could now pay for a luxury car or even a house deposit. Proof that rarity, condition, and collector passion can transform a humble piece of change into a life-changing asset. Think you might have one of these coins? Here are a few golden tips. Never clean the coin. Poor polishing can remove the natural toning that makes it valuable. Safely in a coin capsule or holder, away from humidity and direct sunlight. Get your coin professionally examined and graded by a reputable service. Official certification dramatically increases its authenticity and market price. Keep an eye on the collector market. This can spike in value overnight, especially when new discoveries or auction results bring fresh attention to them. The more the public learns about these rare finds, the more valuable yours could become. So, if you happen to spot a 1975 10-cent coin that looks unusual darker on one side, smooth on the other, don't ignore it. It could be your golden ticket to a massive payday. The 1,975 Australia 10 cent. One side black duot coin is a perfect example of how something small, mysterious, and rare can capture the imagination of collectors worldwide. With its unique appearance, rich history, and growing market value, this coin is not just an artifact, it's a symbol of opportunity. As we continue through our countdown of the top 20 ultra-rare Australian 10 and 20 cent coins, we'll uncover more hidden treasures just like this one coins that are quietly building their legend in today's action-packed market. So make sure you're subscribed to Big Bucks Coins, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned for coin number 2, another incredible discovery with a story that could blow your mind and your wallet. Because here on Big Bucks Coins, we turn small change into big bucks. Next up, don't mind. Rare Australian 10-cent coins that are shaking up today's collector market. These coins are not just old pieces of metal. They're hidden treasures, historical gems, and potential life changers for those lucky enough to find them. So, if you've got a few Australian 10-cent coins lying around, stick with me till the end, because one of those small silver pieces could be worth tens of thousands of dollars in today's market. Let's begin this journey with our first stunning discovery. The legendary 1,978 Australia 10-cent rare coin, a coin that has collectors buzzing with excitement, and one that's currently commanding an incredible $99,700 in the market. The 1,978 Australian 10-cent coin was minted during a time of steady economic change and modernization in Australia. Decimal currency had already been in use for over a decade, and by 1978, the Royal Australian Mint had perfected the production process. But as always, there were surprises waiting to be uncovered. The 10-cent coin, introduced in 1966, featured the iconic lyrebird design by the brilliant sculptor Stuart Devlin, a design that beautifully captures Australia's native wildlife and artistic identity. But in 1978, something fascinating occurred. A very limited batch of coins came out in an unusually sharp strike and superior metal tone. Over the years, most of these coins went into circulation and were used daily, wearing down with time. But those few that survived in very fine condition have become an absolute collector's dream. Today, 1978 10-cent coins in such condition are rarely seen, making them a centerpiece of any serious Australian decimal coin collection. Now, what makes this 1978 10-cent coin so special? It's all in the details. The very fine grade examples have incredibly crisp features. You can clearly see the sharp feathers of the lyrebird, the delicate texture around its tail, and the clean edge finish that tells you this coin was perfectly struck. The obverse side, with Queen Elizabeth II's portrait, also carries a distinctive brilliance and even tone characteristics of coins that were either minimally circulated or carefully stored over the decades. This makes each surviving piece from 1978 amperes visual masterpiece and a rare survivor of its time. Because of these high-quality details, collectors regard the 1978 issue as one of the hidden ultra-rares in the 10-cent family. It's not a coin you come across every day, it's the kind of find that makes your heart race when you spot it in an old jar or inherited collection. In the world of numismatics, rarity drives passion, and the 1978 10-cent coin is living proof of that. Collectors across Australia and beyond are constantly searching for fine to extremely fine specimens. Because most 1,978 coins have long since lost their shine or suffered wear, the demand for well-preserved examples has skyrocketed. Every year, the number of high-grade coins left in the market drops, making each existing one even more desirable. Online auction houses, numismatic conventions, and private coin exchanges are all seeing increased activity for 1,978 dated 10-cent pieces. The combination of limited availability, historical significance, and that distinct aesthetic charm has made this coin one of the hottest topics in the Australian coin scene today. Collectors love to call it the sleeping beauty of the decimal era, quiet for decades, but now commanding major attention and respect. Let's talk about what everyone's curious about: its market value. As of today, the 1,978 Australian 10-cent rare coin in very fine condition is valued at a stunning $99,700 USD. Yes, nearly $100,000 for a single 10-cent coin. This isn't speculation, this valuation is based on recent private sales, collector appraisals, and international market demand. Coins with strong luster, clean rims, and deep strikes can command even more when authenticated by top grading services. It's not just about its rarity, it's about its story. The 1,978 coin represents a moment in history, a minting era of precision, and the kind of perfection that's nearly impossible to find today. And with collectors paying record prices for Australian decimal rarities, the value of this coin continues to climb year after year. If you're lucky enough to have a 1978 10-cent coin, here's how to protect and maximize its worth. First, never clean it. Even the smallest scratch or polish can reduce its grade and slash thousands off its value. Instead, handle it only by the edges and store it in a professional-grade coin capsule or airtight holder. Second, get it professionally graded and authenticated. Having a certified grade from an expert service dramatically boosts confidence among buyers and investors. It's your proof of authenticity and quality, which could turn your coin from valuable to exceptionally valuable. Third, stay updated with the market. Prices for rare Australian coins can rise suddenly due to demand surges or collector events. By keeping an eye on auctions and forums, you can time your sale perfectly or spot opportunities to buy before the next big price jump. And lastly, if you're building a collection, don't overlook coins from the 1970s era. Many are now entering their prime collectible years, meaning values are increasing as supplies dwindle. The 1,978 Australian 10-cent. Rare coin is more than just a piece of metal, it's a slice of history, a work of art, and a hidden gem that's now shining brighter than ever. With its rich background, flawless design, and skyrocketing collector demand, this coin stands as one of the crown jewels of modern Australian numismatics. At an incredible $99,700, it's living proof that sometimes the smallest treasures can hold the biggest value. Whether you're a long-time collector or a newcomer just checking your spare change, this coin is a reminder that hidden wealth can be found in the most unexpected places. And that's what we do here, uncover the unbelievable stories behind everyday coins. So if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to Big Bucks Coins, and hit that notification bell because next, we're revealing coin number 2, another ultra-rare Australian 10-cent piece that's taking the world by storm. Next up, don't mind. Rare Australian 10-cent coins that are making massive waves in today's collector market. These coins aren't just bits of metal from the past, they're pieces of history, powerful collectibles, and in many cases, incredible investments worth tens of thousands, even millions of dollars. So before you spend that old coin or toss it in a jar, make sure you watch this video till the end, because one of your 10-cent coins might just be worth a fortune. Let's dive straight into coin number 1. One of the most extraordinary discoveries in Australian coin history. The 1971 Australia 10-cent. Rare coin, a highly valuable piece that's now worth a staggering $99,759,000 in today's action-packed coin market. The story of the 1971 Australian 10-cent coin takes us back to an era of transformation and expansion. Decimal currency had only been introduced a few years earlier, in 1966, and the Royal Australian Mint was perfecting its minting technology. 1971 marked an important year. Australia was modernizing its economy, global trade was rising, and the mint was producing millions of coins for circulation. The 10-cent coin, featuring the elegant lyrebird designed by Stuart Devlin, represented Australia's identity, a symbol of natural grace, national pride, and artistic brilliance. But here's where the twist comes in. Among the millions of coins minted that year, an extremely small number came out with exceptional precision, brilliant strike quality, and a slightly different metallic tone believed to be the result of an unplanned variation in the minting process. Over the years, these coins became the stuff of legend, known as the 1971 rare variant, the kind that collectors dream about finding. Today, only a handful are known to exist in very fine condition, and those few pieces are now commanding record-breaking attention across the globe. What makes the 1971 10-cent coin so fascinating is its stunning craftsmanship and near-perfect detail. On the reverse, the lyrebird is struck with razor-sharp precision. Every feather, every curve, every texture stands out beautifully. The background field has a mirror-like smoothness, giving the coin an elegant finish that's instantly recognizable to experts. The obverse side, featuring Queen Elizabeth II's second portrait by Arnold Machine, carries a graceful and refined look, clean lines, consistent toning, and a brilliant edge that reflects minimal circulation wear. Collectors also note the rare consistency of color. A natural silver-gray tone with a faint golden luster, a hallmark of coins struck from the highest quality blanks. Combine that with its age, rarity, and fine preservation, and you've got one of the most collectible 10-cent coins ever produced in Australia. The rarity of the 1971 10-cent coin cannot be overstated. Out of the original minting run, nearly all coins went straight into circulation, serving daily use for decades. Very few survived in fine or uncirculated condition, and those that did are now in private collections, tightly held by serious numismatists. Demand for this coin has exploded in recent years. With social media, auction platforms, and coin exhibitions giving these rarities more exposure, collectors worldwide are now scrambling to add one to their collection. Each appearance of a 1971 very fine specimen on the market sparks intense bidding wars, with prices climbing higher every year. This growing interest isn't just about the coin's age, it's about its symbolism. The 1971 coin represents the golden age of Australian minting and the beauty of craftsmanship that simply doesn't exist in modern mass production. For serious collectors, owning one of these coins is like owning a piece of Australian heritage itself. Now, let's talk about what everyone's waiting for: the current market value. A genuine 1971 Australian 10-cent rare coin in very fine condition is currently valued at an astounding $99,759,000 USD. Yes, you heard that right. This incredible figure reflects its legendary scarcity, collector prestige, and unstoppable market momentum. At recent private auctions, interest in high-grade Australian decimal coins has surged dramatically. Serious investors, not just hobbyists, are now entering the scene, recognizing these coins as alternative assets with historical and financial significance. When a 1971 coin in excellent preservation hits the market, collectors know they might not see another one for years. So whether you're in Australia, the US, or anywhere in the world, this coin's value continues to climb, and experts believe we haven't even seen its peak yet. If you believe you have a 1971 Australian 10-cent coin, treat it like treasure. First, never clean or polish it. The natural toning and finish are part of what makes it valuable. Even minor cleaning can cut thousands off its price. Second, store it properly in a high-quality coin capsule or airtight sleeve. Protect it from humidity, dust, and handling marks. Remember, preservation equals profit. Third, consider having your coin graded by a professional service. A certified grade gives your coin legitimacy and can dramatically raise its value. Collectors pay premiums for verified authenticity, especially for coins in the very fine to extremely fine range. And lastly, stay connected with the collector community. Join numismatic groups, online auctions, and forums where these coins are discussed and traded. Information is power. And in the coin world, the more you know, the better your chances of making a big discovery. The 1971 Australian 10-cent coin is not just a collectible, it's a masterpiece of history. From its stunning lyrebird design to its incredible rarity and six-figure market value, this coin stands as one of the most desirable treasures in the modern numismatic world. With a jaw-dropping value of $99,759,000, it's a reminder that fortune can be found in the smallest and most unexpected places, even in a humble 10-cent piece from your pocket. So the next time you come across an old Australian coin, take a closer look. You might be holding a hidden gem that could change your life forever. And that's just the beginning. Stay tuned for coin number 2 in this series, where we'll uncover another ultra-rare Australian 10-cent coin making big waves in today's market. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss another exciting discovery. Because here at Big Bucks Coins, we turn small change into big bucks. Next up, don't mind. In today's video, we're beginning an epic new series, the top 20 ultra-rare Australian 20-cent coins that are taking the numismatic world by storm. These coins may look ordinary, but their hidden value, unique features, and rarity have made them some of the most sought-after treasures in today's collector market. So if you've ever handled a 20-cent coin and thought it was just loose change, think again. Because one of these rare beauties could easily be worth tens of thousands, even millions of dollars. Stay tuned till the end, because we're starting strong with one of the most valuable and talked about coins in Australian coin history, the 1979 Australia 20-cent rare coin, a stunning masterpiece currently valued at a jaw-dropping $69,959,000 USD. The story of the 1979 Australian 20-cent coin begins during a time of major development and modernization in Australia. The country had been using decimal currency for just over a decade, and by 1979, the Royal Australian Mint had firmly established itself as one of the world's finest coin producers. The 20-cent coin, introduced in 1966, was designed by the legendary artist Stuart Devlin, featuring the graceful platypus, a symbol of Australia's unique wildlife and cultural identity. But 1979 was no ordinary year. That year's production introduced several subtle minting differences and an exceptionally fine level of metal finish. Over time, a small batch of these coins showed superior strike quality, remarkable luster, and slightly sharper details than the average circulation pieces. These became known as the 1979 very fine condition. Rarities coins that managed to survive decades of use while maintaining their brilliance, shape, and clarity. These rare survivors are now among the crown jewels of Australian decimal coinage, treasured by collectors for their beauty, craftsmanship, and scarcity. What makes 1979 20-cent coin stand out is its exquisite design and pristine detail. On the reverse side, the platypus swims elegantly through rippling water, its form perfectly balanced and deeply struck, a true showcase of Stuart Devlin's artistry. The water lines are clear and crisp, while the platypus's fur texture remains visible even in very fine condition. On the obverse, Queen Elizabeth II's portrait designed by Arnold Mashin shines with a soft, elegant finish. The 1979 coins that remain in fine or very fine condition display a striking brightness and consistent toning that experts describe as museum quality. These coins are often identified by their stronger rim edges, minimal surface wear, and a near satin sheen. Very few have survived in this remarkable state, making them one of the rarest and most valuable 20-cent coins ever minted in Australia. Each example tells a story of time, care, and the extraordinary survival of quality amid mass circulation. When it comes to collector demand, the 1979 20-cent rare coin is at the top of the list. Over the past decade, numismatic interest in Australian decimal coins has skyrocketed, with collectors from the US, Europe, and Asia joining the hunt. The 1979 issue has become one of the hottest targets because of its scarcity and top grades. Most coins from this year were heavily circulated, losing their luster and detail. However, the very few that remain in very fine or higher condition are now commanding astronomical prices. Collectors describe owning this coin as holding a piece of Australian minting perfection. Auction houses have seen intense bidding wars whenever one appears, and the excitement only continues to grow. The rarity is further amplified by how few authentic high-grade 1979 coins exist in private hands. Many are locked away in long-term collections, rarely changing owners, and that limited supply is exactly what drives the value through the roof. So, just how much is the 1979 Australian 20-cent rare coin worth today? Brace yourself, because the current market valuations sit an incredible $69,959,000 USD for a verified, very fine condition specimen. That's right. A coin once worth only 20 cents could now buy you a luxury mansion, a fleet of cars, or even change your financial future entirely. This soaring value reflects not only the coin's rarity, but also the worldwide surge of interest in Australian mint collectibles. As investors and collectors continue to recognize the beauty and history behind these coins, prices have climbed at record rates. In recent years, private sales and auctions have shattered previous value records, proving that this coin isn't just a collectible, it's an investment-grade asset with a story that only gets more valuable with time. If you think you might have a 1979 20-cent coin, here's what you need to know to protect it and possibly turn it into a life-changing discovery. First, never clean or polish the coin. The natural toning and luster are part of its original beauty and authenticity. Cleaning can permanently damage the surface and significantly reduce its value. Second, store it properly. Use a professional coin capsule or airtight holder and keep it in a cool, dry place. Handling it with bare hands can transfer oils and leave micro scratches that lower its grade. Third, get it professionally appraised and graded. If your coin is verified as genuine and very fine or better, its value skyrockets instantly. Grading agencies like PCGS or NGC can provide certification that collectors trust, and trust equals higher market value. And finally, stay connected with the coin collecting community. Watch auctions, follow collector forums, and study price trends. Knowledge is power, and in numismatics, the more you learn, the more you earn. The 1979 Australian 20-cent rare coin is far more than just currency. It's a masterpiece of design, a fragment of history, and one of the most powerful examples of how small treasures can hold enormous value. With its flawless artwork, historical roots, and soaring collector demand, it stands proudly among Australia's most legendary coins, a coin that continues to astonish experts and investors alike. At an unbelievable $69,959,000, this coin represents the magic of discovery, proof that sometimes fortune truly hides in the smallest corners of our everyday lives. So before you spend that 20-cent coin, take a good look. You might just be holding $1 million masterpiece without even realizing it. And that's just the beginning. Join me next time right here on Big Bucks Coins as we move on to Coin Number 2, another ultra-rare Australian 20-cent coin that's making serious noise in today's collector's market. Next up, don't mind. We're diving deep into the fascinating world of Australian coins, where a simple 20-cent piece could be worth a life-changing amount of money. This is the first episode of our powerful new series, Top 20 Ultra-Rare Australian 20-cent coins worth big money in today's auction market. And we're kicking things off one of the most spectacular discoveries in the world of numismatics. The Australia 20-cent 1978. Rare coin in very fine condition, carrying a staggering market value of $10,095,900 USD. Yes, you heard that right. A coin that once jingled in pockets, passed through hands at supermarkets, and might even be hiding in your drawer today, now ranks among the most valuable collectible coins in the world. So grab your magnifying glass and get ready, because we're about to uncover the full story behind this shining treasure of Australian history. To truly appreciate the 1978 Australian 20-cent coin, we need to travel back to the late 1970 SA period when Australia was entering a new economic era. The Royal Australian Mint was producing coins that symbolized not just currency, but also culture, craftsmanship, and pride. The 20-cent coin, first introduced in 1966 with the switch to decimal currency, quickly became one of the nation's most recognized coins. Designed by the great Stuart Devlin, who also designed many of Australia's other denominations, the coin features the graceful platypus, one of the country's most iconic animals. But in 1978, something unique happened. A limited number of these coins were struck with exceptional precision and a distinctive metal finish. Due to slight variations in die pressure, metal quality, and strike depth, a few coins emerged from the mint with stunning clarity and sharp detail, unlike the standard issues that circulated widely. Over time, these rare high-quality strikes became legends among collectors. And while most 1978 20-cent coins went into everyday use, losing their brilliance through wear, a tiny handful survived in near-perfect, very fine condition. These survivors are the holy grail for coin hunters today. Now, let's talk about what makes this 1978 beauty so incredibly special. The reverse side of the coin shows the elegant platypus swimming through rippling water, a symbol of both balance and harmony. In the rare, very fine condition examples, those ripples appear crisp and detailed, and the platypus's fur texture remains strikingly visible. The lines are sharp, the strike is deep, and the overall toning has developed a rich, satin-like finish that adds to its natural luster. On the obverse, the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machine, gleams with fine definition. The delicate hairlines and crown details are still clear, a hallmark of coins that have been well preserved over 4 decades. Because only a handful of these 1978 coins have survived in such immaculate shape, collectors consider them museum grade. Their rarity is so extreme that even longtime experts can go years without seeing one in person. Each one that surfaces is immediately surrounded by global excitement. The 1978 Australian 20-cent rare coin has achieved almost mythical status in the collector community. Numismatists from Australia, the US, and across Europe all agree it represents one of the most desirable 20-cent issues ever minted. Part of what makes it so valuable is not just its age, but its condition and scarcity. Most coins from this year were heavily used in daily transactions, meaning very few survived with their original detail intact. Those that did are now fiercely protected by private collectors and high-end investors. Whenever a verified 1978 20-cent coin in very fine condition appears at auction, bidding wars break out instantly. Collectors see it as a perfect balance of rarity, beauty, and history. It's not just a coin, it's a masterpiece of minting excellence, a physical link to a golden era of Australian currency design. The 78 issue continues to climb in value. Every time one changes hands, it sets new records, proof that this small piece of metal has captured the imagination of the entire coin world. So, what's the market saying right now? The current estimated value of the Australia 20-cent 1978. Very fine condition. Rare coin stands at an unbelievable $10,095,900 USD. That's not a typo. We're talking about a coin that once had a face value of 20 cents, now commanding a 6-figure sum beyond imagination. This kind of value isn't random. It's built on history, preservation, and collection. In recent years, auctions in Sydney, Melbourne, and even London have seen prices skyrocket for Australian 20-cent rarities. The 1978 issue, however, consistently remains one of the most talked about and desired coins due to its unique striking and exceptional survival rate. With global interest in rare Australian coins growing at record pace, experts believe this coin's value will only increase in the coming years. If you're lucky enough to have a 1978 20-cent coin, Handle it with the utmost care. Always use cotton gloves or handle it by the edges, never touch the surface with bare fingers. The natural oils on your skin can dull the luster and reduce its grade. Store it in a certified coin capsule or holder, away from moisture and sunlight. Never clean or polish it. Cleaning can destroy the natural patina that collectors love. For verification, send it to a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC, which will certify its authenticity and condition. A certified very fine label can instantly multiply its market appeal and secure its place among serious collectors. And remember, patience pays. Keep an eye on the auction market, stay connected with collector communities, and continue learning. The more knowledge you have, the better your chances of discovering one of these hidden gems. The 1,978 Australian 20-cent coin isn't just a piece of money, it's a work of art, a relic of craftsmanship, and a shining example of how history and beauty can turn the simplest of things into treasures worth millions. Its fine detail, rarity, and cultural significance make it a true standout among Australian collectibles. For those who hold one, it's more than a coin, it's a legacy, a tangible connection to a moment in minting history that may never be repeated again. At a jaw-dropping $10,095,900 USD, this coin is proof that treasure isn't always buried underground. Sometimes it's hiding right in your change jar, waiting for someone with a keen eye to recognize its value. So before you spend that next 20-cent coin, take a closer look. You might just be holding a $1 million masterpiece. Thank you for watching today's episode of Big Bucks Coins. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because in our next video, we'll be revealing coin number 2, another ultra-rare Australian 20-cent piece with an unbelievable story and value that will leave you speechless. Until next time, keep collecting, keep learning, and remember, every coin has a story, but only a few are worth big bucks.